Hello students, for this particular video, we'll be looking at how to improve your discussion of your research gap in your undergraduate thesis. Why is this very important? In the introduction part of the thesis, one of the suggestions or one of the more important things that should be included in your introduction is the presentation of your research gap, meaning this part of the paper focuses on why are you doing the paper. After you have reviewed many of your materials, you are expected to discuss or present the primary reason why you are doing this study and why this is important in your field of specialization. So there are 6 tips here that we can look at. First is that one way to improve your research gap discussion is first to conduct a thorough literature review. Use academic databases, journals, books, and other reputable sources to find relevant literature. What's the purpose of that first step? It is for you to enhance your knowledge and to learn more about the particular study and what are still missing, what has been discussed, and so you can pinpoint the part of your paper which will focus on the research gap. Second, evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of existing studies. Identify trends, patterns, and gaps in the literature. Of course, there is so much knowledge, there's so much information on many of the stuff or the things that you're interested in. So at the end of the day, you do not want to replicate or write a paper that has been very well discussed or very well written on. So therefore, you study, you read, you evaluate the materials present that you can get your hands on and see if there are anything or some gaps in the knowledge available online or anything that is already present in the libraries or in the books or journals that you have encountered. Number three, organize the literature thematically. This is important because as you read more and more of the literatures related to your study, the best way to organize all of these new materials that you have read is to put them together and see which ones of the studies are similar in terms of theme or different in terms of themes. I normally tell my class that you should organize your materials based on arguments. Is it arguing for or arguing against your thesis? Number four, analyze the existing literature and compare it with your research objectives. Now, this would require you to really understand what are the objectives of your study. See if your objectives have been thoroughly discussed in the materials available online, or if there are areas in your study that are not necessarily discussed in the related lit, and there is an element of novelty or uniqueness in the study that you want to present. Next, pose questions that highlight the gaps. For example, why hasn't a particular aspect been explored further? Or what new perspectives can your research bring? Those two questions are very, very important. And if you can answer it, then therefore, these are the ones that you should be putting in your introduction as discussion of your research gap. Finally, clearly articulate why addressing the identified gap is crucial. This really focuses on the reason why you are studying this particular topic. You can answer this question: how will it contribute to the existing knowledge in your field of specialization? What impact can it have on the field that you are taking it or you are studying at the current period? So in that sense, once you have written maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs answering those prompts, you would have a good discussion of your research gap. Take note, this is very important. Identifying the research gap in the thesis writing is vital for creating a focused, original, and methodologically sound research project. It ensures that your work is meaningful, it contributes to the academic community, and it addresses the specific needs of your field. Uh, I give credit to thewiseresearcher.com. If you want to learn more, please visit their site. Thank you and happy writing.